Hi, I'm Nicole Lee, Health, Beauty, and More. I want to talk about mainstream media. Maybe you are so used to watching mainstream media that you don't know that there are other options. In fact, they're a whole lot better if you want to get the truth to go to internet sites that are in alternative media sites rather than stations like we go to, such as ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, Fox, CNN. Those are some of the main ones that you watch. But Americans in general are pretty lazy. They come home and get into a habit of turning the news on at a certain time of day when it's on. And we only get partial truths, and a lot of it's lies. It's really, really not fair, but the mainstream media is so liberal that they don't even present alternative points of view. And oftentimes they'll take phrases and take just a part of it and present it, shedding the light on people they don't want you to like as being a negative force, and the ones that they choose to show in a positive way, they'll present that more often. And they just know how to do this to mind control, manipulate us into thinking the way they present the news. So if you're asking yourself who controls what's going on in the media and what is being portrayed, it's usually the elitists, and those are the corporate media people. They're the ones that control, like the top 1%. They control the media, and they control everything else as well in this country and in the world. And it's just really, really a shame, but that's the way it is, sadly to say. Be leery, be aware if you see parts of a phrase taken out of context, cut off in the middle of a phrase or sentence, that maybe there's a reason why this is being done this way, rather than showing the full extent of it and offering you a chance to really think for yourselves. Well, they don't want us to think for ourselves. They want us to just buy into the rhetoric. So the media deliberately does this. They misinform people. And they don't even shed light on the real issue a lot of times. So they'll completely evade what really matters and go into something to distract you that's not as important. I believe them as being very one-sided. It's not right. It's like in a debate. You got to have more than one person debate, and you've got to have more than one side to offer so that you can see the pros and the cons that way. And that's what they need to do. So an example of this would be the glorification of a certain presidential candidate in the year 2016. And this figure has been portrayed with golden rays beaming from the person, and it's something that is shown in a picture. So what your mind is saying, even if you're not believing necessarily this is possible, this person is a goddess, but your mind is telling you that maybe she is a goddess because it's taking in this information that is being presented. There are really only 6 media conglomerates that combine to produce about 90% of all of the media that Americans consume and that we are programmed to buy into. Since they don't want us to see the truth, they don't tell you that there are ties to the establishment. And an example of that is that presidents of both CBS and ABC have brothers that are top officials in the Obama administration. The multimedia or mass media that we're talking about, they often get things incorrect, and they don't want us to know the truth. And when Americans were polled, 60% of the polling showed that we don't trust what we're getting from the mainstream media. That's pretty big. Only 40% thought they had credibility. And oftentimes the media will have favorites as far as what they want to portray. They only show you that portion and not what we need to hear is the whole picture. We want to hear everything. We don't want to just hear what the media wants us to hear and wants to see. They don't want us to go to internet sites. It really irks them that they don't have control over that, because they really want control. So these people that are out there, so here's an example on the weather. Do you ever hear them talking about chemtrails? No, you just hear it referred to as something about cloud coverage or some other terminology that the weatherman uses, because they don't want people to look up those kind of things, because that's political. And Americans continue to be addicted to what they hear and what's going on and being programmed. The word program isn't just there by coincidence. People are programmed by the news and what they see on a daily basis. If you want to look at any of my hundreds of videos, please subscribe. I'll be glad to share anything, and I have a lot of different subjects. You can go to check them all out. Take care. Nicole Lee Health, Beauty, and More.